Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm Wook Kim, CEO of Alphasolutions. Today, I'd like to introduce Alphasolutions, the company as an innovative IP company. We are focusing on optimized power, performance, and area solutions in Samsung advanced Foundry ecosystems. First, I'm going to introduce Alphasolutions. Second, I'm going to share the challenges in FinFET-based designs. Third, I'm going to introduce the IP solutions of Alphasolutions: HDMI, DisplayPort, MIPI, LVDS, and Automotive. Finally, I'm going to summarize my presentation. Alphasolutions is the IP company mainly focusing on high-speed connectivity solutions. Alphasolutions was founded in 2010, Seoul, South Korea, with a team of expert engineers targeting for developing next-generation connectivity solutions. Alphasolutions is mainly focusing on high-speed interface solutions, and we are Samsung SAFE IP partner and headquarters located in Pangyo Technopark in Seoul, South Korea. We provide IP solutions for the high-speed connectivity, including HDMI DP and MIPI IP and LVDS and Automotive IPs. We are focusing on FinFET-based IP solutions, and we are mainly focusing on Samsung Foundry processor options, including 4LPP, 5LPP, 8LPP, 10, 11, 14 LPP. Also, we are providing mixed mode solutions, and our IP is proven with the silicon, and we provide IPs for the mass production with single tape out, and we are providing total solutions from the concept, design, verification kits, firmware, mass production support, and application support. Let me share the challenges and experience in developing the best PPA IPs. The first challenge, reduce the supply headroom. As an analog designer, the biggest challenge is the reduced supply headroom. In order to get the best signal to noise ratio, the actual signal range has to be bigger. However, with a reduced supply headroom, the dynamic range we can use is being reduced. Well-known English fairy tales is the story of Chicken Little. For the sky is falling. Likewise, we are facing the falling sky of voltage headroom. The sky is falling from 1.8 volt and 1.2 volt. And now we are moving toward the 0.75 and even lower supply voltage. For the logic devices, low supply voltage reduces power consumption. On the contrary, the reduced supply voltage is the biggest challenge for the analog IPs. Alphasolutions is looking for solutions with the innovations in circuit and architecture, even with this falling sky. The second challenge, supply noise. As we are facing with the low supply voltage and low signal dynamic range, the actual signal to noise ratio is decreasing because the noise itself is not reduced and even increases. The increase in metal resistance also contributes to the supply and ground noise. And Alphasolutions solution is we integrate the LDO for the VCO, and we have adaptive control logic to adjust the LDO voltage for best jitter performance. And the hybrid PLL enables both low jitter and reduced low pass filter area. The third challenge, wider range operation. Another challenge out of the reduced dynamic range is the range for the oscillator is limited. And especially to implement this with low supply voltage. Alphasolutions solution is we are going to use the decimation in the receiver to limit PLL ratio in the limited range. And we use bit repetition in transmitter to enable lower baud rate transmission. With this, very wide range of operation implemented, and even with the limited PLL ratio. So we are implementing HDMI from 250 megabit per second to the 12 gigabit per second, and LVDS as well. So Alphasolutions IP uses oversampling for the small size and high performance. The first challenge is congestion in I/O and A-bus. So as more control signals are assigned to the 5 blocks, this needs to be connected to the logic block in logic domain. As device scales, the variability of the transitions are increasing. The best PPA solution is to be employing calibration schemes. With the calibration, the device size can be smaller, power consumption can be reduced. However, this calibration requires increasing control signals between 5 and logic domains. And usually the 5 blocks are in the different power domain, and the signals in between the 5 blocks and logic has to be interfaced with the level shifters and ESD protection elements such as CDM devices. Unfortunately, this CDM device doesn't scale as devices scale down, because the amount of ESD current is remaining at the same level or even increasing. So how we can reduce the number of wires between two? So we invented A-bus, the analog bus, which has this analog bus, so they can multiplex those I/O lines. Then the number of CDM devices can be significantly reduced, and also we can have many controls over each blocks in the PHY. So these are the examples of the A-bus cells and each node. So this is the 14 LPP, these are 8 LPP and 4 LPPs. And the A cell reduces as the process scales down, and A cell can be daisy chained. And Alphasolutions IP integrates this A-bus. So this enables complex controls, and a lot of internal monitoring can be possible, and enabling optimum operation by choosing the optimum controls for each of registers. And this leads to the smaller area and the high performance. Let me introduce IP lineup from Alphasolutions. So the first one is the IP, which has our HDMI 2.1 TX solutions, and which is supporting both 1.4, 2.0, 2.1, enabling wide range operations with the FFE for the long range operations, and enabling all the HDMI 2.1 compliant features. And we have also the HDMI 2.1 receiver solutions, which are supposed to support from the 1.4 to 2.1 operations. And also we have HDMI HCCP 2.3, which is compliant to the HDMI HCCP 2.3 specification. And this especially has a fully hardwired architectures, and which enables a very fast operation without burdening the CPU of the host. And Alphasolutions IP, HDMI IP, DisplayPort IP, has both PHY macro as well as controller, the RTL, and this additional firmware and a lot of the application guides. HDMI DP IP block diagrams are shown here. So for the HDMI IP, for the receiver side, which is equipped with the CTLE, DFE to restore the attenuated signals, and then the CDR to recover the accurate timing to get the best performance. Also, HDMI transmitter is equipped with the equalizer, FFE, to emphasize the high-speed signals to overcome the channel losses. The HDMI IP is also implemented with a dual mode. So this is the example of the HDMI 2.1 and DisplayPort 1.4 PHY, which can be used for dual mode operations. And this IP can be ported from the 8 LPP to the 28 LPP. And this dual mode PHY can enable the DC coupling for the HDMI as well as AC coupling for the DP mode. And this enables up to 12 gigabit per second per channel bandwidth. Let me introduce LVDS IP Solutions. So Alphasolutions LVDS IP has various types of the IOs. And LVDS solutions from the Alphasolution is being supported from the process from the 4 LPP to 14 LPP in FinFET process and 28 FDS. Also, LVDS IP is provided in the very flexible configurations, such as single port RxTX or multiple port RxTX or RX Pro RTX driver, or RX receiver, which supports LVDS deserialization, and TX transmitters supporting LVDS 1.7 serialization. Our IP includes advanced features such as BEAST and RxTX BEAST, HDDC coupling support, and even built-in diagnostics such as open short detection of the cable wiring. Alphasolutions also provides MIPI IP solutions and the IP with the D-PHY and C-PHY combo configurations. And this is the layout and architecture of the D-PHY C-PHY combo IP. And as we know, MIPI is widely used in camera displays. And MIPI is also expanding the territory into the VR, AR, and even automotive applications. And Alphasolutions IP provides a MIPI CD combo with a Samsung 1114 or LL73, which is 17 nanometer processes. Automotive IP solutions. As a new trend, more and more cars uses various types of the connectivity solutions. One of the key trends is the MIPI A-PHY. This enables a safer, cheaper, efficient, and reliable cars. The connectivity solution enables up to 15 meters cables, and currently the proprietary FPD link tree or GMS are used. However, as an industry standard organization, MIPI released MIPI A-PHY standard, and the A-PHY with 5 levels of speed, such as G1 to G5, with the 2 profiles of the interfaces, one for low cost and the other one for the high performance. And MIPI is the competitive open standard for the automotives. And automotive IP perspectives are, first, the proprietary solutions are being used between the camera and the SoC with a serializer and deserializer with a 15 meters cable. And the connection is done by the MIPI, while the next generation interface is composed of the one mixed MIPI interface with a serializer deserializer configuration. And the next generation will be the A-PHY solutions with the SoC equipped with the A-PHY, and the camera also equipped with the MIPI A-PHY serializer. And Alphasolutions is developing A-PHY RxTX IP solutions with their IP implemented in Samsung FinFET process will be available in 2022. Let me introduce A-PHY IP Solutions. The A-PHY IP Solutions is supporting triple connections. One is DC power, which delivers power from the host to the camera, and high-speed downstream, which is very high-speed image data from the camera to the SoC, and the low-speed upstream, which is control in between the camera and the SoC. And this greatly simplifies the system implementation. And because of the MIPI A-PHY solution is the industry standard, and this can enable the low-cost implementation of the automotive connectivity. And this enables the most reliable and the best performance of the automotive solutions. Let me summarize my presentation. Alphasolutions, as an industry leader for the best PPA solutions, provides a variety of solutions: HDMI DP and MIPI and LVDS and automotive solutions. These IPs are implemented in wide spectrum Samsung Foundry options. Alphasolutions IPs are silicon proven with a close collaboration with the SAFE team with the rigorous validations. Alphasolutions doesn't stop the innovations. Knowledge and experiences of the advanced nodes triggers new innovation for the best PPA and best customer experience. Let me summarize my talk. For the new ecosystem enabled by nanoscale FinFET technology, Alphasolutions has been working very hard, focusing on the new design challenges, finding solutions, creating new methodologies. For 12 years of IP development experience in high-speed SerDes area, Alphasolutions has been providing silicon-proven IPs in HDMI DP, MIPI, and LVDS applications. Now, Alphasolutions is providing IP solutions for new automotive IP area. Alphasolutions IP, HDMI DP solutions for the 8K video input and output, MIPI solutions for the high-speed, high-resolution camera displays. Automotive IPs for the smart cars are the solutions for the state-of-the-art SoCs enabled by Samsung Advanced Foundry technology. As a safe IP partner, Alphasolutions has been serving customers by providing silicon-proven IPs with the best PPA performance with the full-blown IP packages. Alphasolutions is the IP solution partner for you. Thank you for your watching. Have a nice day.